Hey everybody! So today we've got a little bit of a different video. I was sent some ink from Bulkink, which is a company in South Africa that sells essentially generic sublimation inks. Now my Sawgrass is just over a year old, so it's just out of warranty, which means that I'm no longer stuck to buying the original Sawgrass inks. Now I've heard great things about the Bulkink product, but I've really wanted to try it out for myself. And I'm going to go over the entire process of getting the inks from them, so let's take a look at how that works. Alright, so we're on their website, bulkink.co.za. Right at the top we can see it says, shop for sublimation ink, ink tank printers. So because I'm looking for ink for the sublimation printer, I'm obviously going to go to sublimation ink. And then what I needed to buy in this case was the compatible Sawgrass SG400 sublimation cartridges, because I obviously have the Sawgrass cartridges, but not these ones, which I would actually need. So we can click on that one. And what is nice here is that if you maybe use one color more than the rest, then you can buy, black only, cyan only, magenta only, or yellow only, or you can buy the entire set. Okay, so we go for 95 and we times that by 4. See, it's 1,980 Rand. However, if you buy the entire set, it's actually only 1,782 Rand, which is quite a bit cheaper, obviously, than 1,980 Rand. So already there, you're saving, an extra 200 bucks. And then what you can do is then add it to your cart. Okay, so that pops down. We can see added to my cart. Great. And we can check out. So let's go through the whole process. And then what it'll do is we'll go continue to shipping. And the delivery courier to the door is actually free. Now, one of the nicest things that I've seen about Bulkink, and wasn't something that I expected, and this was actually the shipping updates that I got. Now, they use the courier guy, which is great in a lot of cases. I've rarely had problems with them myself, so I can't really give them a bad name. However, what Bulkink have done is they've actually sent out automatic shipment updates, which I thought was fantastic. As an example, this was all ordered on Monday evening. Tuesday morning, practically first thing in the morning, 8:47, I got sent a shipment update from Bulkink saying that essentially that the order was pending collection. Then not that long later, it was collected by the courier. And then of course the next day, this morning, I got a further update to let me know that the shipment was out for delivery. Now that's more likely reliant on the courier guy themselves, because obviously, the turnaround time for delivery is 100% reliant on them. However, I've never actually had an email update like this from my courier items. And for me, somebody that obsessively checks on the things that I've ordered, because I'm just super excited for them to arrive, I thought this was really useful so that I always knew where my parcel was. And never mind that, the service that I actually got from them as well was fantastic. Richard was super quick to respond to my emails and super courteous and professional as well, which is not something that happens every day. So they get a big thumbs up from me in that regard. And if you are enjoying this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know if you have a Sawgrass. I mean, they also have Epson ink as well, so you can also buy Epson ink from them. So leave a comment to let me know if you've ordered from Bulkink before and if you received the same service from them too. So now that we know how to order our Bulkink, let's go and check out how to install it. So now that your inks have been delivered, you will have a box very similar to what mine looks like, and we can then open it. Now, as you can see, it's still QC sealed. I haven't opened it at all. I kind of wanted to do a full unboxing and a really an honest review of this product. Richard especially mentioned that, he really wants me to give my honest opinion on the product, and I'm going to be comparing it to the Sawgrass inks as well. So I'm super excited to check this out and really see what kind of a product the Bulkink has. Okay, so we can see there, SG400, which is the machine that I have. Okay, so there are little cartridges just like that. That's great. So that's the K, the black one. And then we have the C, and then we have the M. So it's obviously black, cyan, magenta, and then yellow. Okay, so that looks simple enough as it is. Now, what we're going to do with our Sawgrass printer is we obviously put sublimation inks in on this, ink cartridges in on this side. But let's just take a quick look at these cartridges. So they look very similar to the ones that we have. Let's take a look here. So we've got the black one, cyan, magenta, and then yellow. And then obviously there's the waste tray as well, which we'll probably have to clean at some point. Clean, not replace. I'll go over that in another video. So let's start with the black one. Tip it forward, pull it out. Okay, and let's replace it with this one. Okay, then let's do the blue. pull it out. So let's put the old cartridges on top of the printer actually. Let's sort of take them all out. So you essentially just push them down a little bit and then you can pull them out like that. And then you quite literally, so it was cyan, and then you just press it in, magenta, and then yellow. So obviously we can see these are completely compatible products. Anyway, let's close the cover and see what it says. Many noises later. More noises. Light hasn't gone away yet, so let's just see how long this takes.
One eternity later.
Ready. Yay. Okay, that took very long. That took about 10 minutes. Maybe just under that. But we're finally ready to print. We've got full inks there and we're now completely ready to print something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print something that's exactly the same as what I printed just before the printer ran out of ink, so that we can, press those and directly compare them to each other, and then we can see, how that ink differs from this one. So let's print them and we're going to press them and then let's see. So we've got our two Mr. Bean things that we're going to be pressing. And I've just got some, this is just essentially mini matte. It's just polyester fabric. I use it in all my masks. When I make custom face masks, I use this for the outside layer. And then I generally use cotton on the inside, or I use this on the inside. I also have my heat resistant tape. And I'm just going to put that on the side here, just so that I can get to it while I'm busy taping this on. So I'm just going to tape it on from the underneath just so I can see where everything goes, not overlap anything. Okay, and now that everything's lined up, and I'm going to press at 190 for 60 seconds. Okay, that's been 60 seconds. Let's take a look-see. Okay, so we might definitely need to play with the profile a little bit. I think that looks better than that one. But either that or the inks haven't quite pulled their way through. And that is also quite colorful still. And this one was the Sawgrass, and that's a little bit more muted. So you can see how that one definitely looks a little bit more orange than this one. So let's go and play around a little bit and see if we can change it.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I've tried to press a couple things, and this is pretty much how these came out, which I'm very pleased with. I think they look stunning. And then I pressed this as well. This still comes out a little bit like orangey greeny, and the reason I say that is because that is essentially what it should look like, right, with regards to the color. So we can see there the color difference is quite substantial. I mean, granted, my hair color looks fantastic, but you can clearly see that it's not really the right color. So I figured that maybe what it might just be is that it still has some of the old inks in somewhere. It just needs to print those out. So I've done a couple of pretty much full page prints, and I'm now actually going to press this, which is exactly the same as this. Now, this is a mask I've been wearing for a really long time. This is quite literally the same file. Or I just printed it again, because I obviously save all of these. And I'm going to press this now on the same material. So I'm just going to press this now to see, maybe now that I've run, 3 or 4 full pages of ink, if it's actually going to work, or if it's maybe the profiles that aren't 100%. And in that case, I will reach out to Richard, because I know that he's like super responsive. So I'll reach out to him and just figure out maybe there's a couple of tweaks that I need to do within my profiles. I also actually did this one, and you can see it's slightly green, and this is obviously supposed to be black. So this is slightly green, but it still looks good. I mean, it still looks pretty much black, which is obviously what you want, but we want to just fix that profile up 100% and get it 100% spot on. Okay. So, okay, that looks pretty much it looks even more vibrant than this one. Granted, this one had seen some wear and tear, but I think that looks 100%. So I think maybe it was just a case of just having to run out a few inks. In all honesty, I don't actually even remember this being that vibrant. This definitely looks far more vibrant than this. And you can see there's a direct comparison. That's Sawgrass original inks, and this is the bulk ink. So those two in comparison, they look... Also, another reason why I chose this file, it's got yellow, it's got green, it's got red, it's got blues in it. So it really has kind of the full spectrum of colors. Here we can see a nice green there being compared to each other. We've got purples, so there's a purple, and those two also pretty much spot on. Like I said, these ones actually look a little bit more vibrant, and this has obviously got a white backing behind it as well. So if we had to take another layer of mini mats, put it underneath, see, the colors actually stand out quite a bit more, which makes it, in my opinion, even more impressive. So I'm very, very impressed. I'm glad that it wasn't a profile issue, that it was just, you know, running through the inks a little bit. This was the 5th page that I printed because I ran 2 Mr. Beans. I ran 1 page where I had all of this stuff on, and then I ran almost a full page with these on it as well. So I think that's maybe, you know, kind of a good starting point to go on. So this will get made into another mask, and I'll probably make another few because, I mean, this ink is so vibrant. It's so pretty. I really, really like it. It gets a huge thumbs up from me. Very, very well done, bulk ink. Very well done, and thank you very much, Richard. It definitely gets my stamp of approval. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this. More of a review type video. It's kind of the first one that I'm doing, so I hope that I did it justice for you guys. If you feel that I left something out, please let me know in the comments. If there's some other things that you want to see it pressed onto, I've done some coaster material, I've done the MDF, I've done the mini mat. So we've gone through quite a few different substrates, and we can see just how nicely it comes out on all of these different substrates. As you can see, I'm quite a big fan of my repeatable patterns. If you want to watch a repeatable pattern video, I will link it up in the top. And give this video a thumbs up if you think it was a good review. Subscribe to my channel for more reviews and tutorials in the future. I would really appreciate it. I hope to see you in the next video. And remember, be kind to someone today. See you soon.